Hello, Libra, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day, or a great night, or a great morning, or afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this. This will be your weekly reading for the week of July 20th through the 26th. During that time, we'll have a waning crescent for most of that week, and a waning crescent is a time of surrender, rest, healing, so don't stress yourself out too much. We're going to kind of conclude things and then be rested and ready to go on the new start, which is the new moon that comes in on the 25th. And of course, that's a good time for new beginnings, to start new projects, to think new thoughts, make new decisions. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. All right, Libra, July 20th through 26th. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is confidence is your key to success, which I feel like I just had in another reading. I'm trying to think of which one. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. There was yeah, someone else just had that card as well. So we're going to try to be confident this week as we're resting and meditating and wrapping things up. So as I'm shuffling Libra, I would like to say that my weekly reminder this week is that you get out into nature. And this could be, take a walk in the woods, or find a place to take a nice hike that gets you to a beautiful view somewhere. If you're around water, don't take that ocean for granted. Oh, we have a card coming out that we will accept there. We'll continue though. If you're around the ocean, then, go listen to those waves. If you're around a lake, you can do the same thing. Or near a stream, just running water can be so relaxing. But it's just really good to get out into nature and take that time to really connect. It's a good time to meditate and kind of get in your own head, because if you're watching birds or watching plants, or watching trees move in the wind, it's just a really just a battery charger. So that is my reminder for the week. Okay, Libra, July 20th through 26th. Confidence is your key to success. Without further ado, we will take this first card as your present energy and go from there. Present energy. All right, moving towards a future here. Moving towards a future, with the Eight of Cups, is definitely, you've got support at your back. You've got people behind you that are cheering you on, that love you, that support you. And that's good. That's a good place to be. And it lets you have that security to, like, okay, what else is out there? What else do I need to be exploring? And this could be outward exploring of the world, of course, but also just inner exploring of yourself. So great energy there to start the week with. Your current situation is the Page of Pentacles. So pages are about new paths, and in this case, it would be in the material realm. So maybe, a new path when it comes to a job, a new path within that job. It could be, for some of you, you might be thinking of, moving in a different direction in the company that you're in, where you work. It might be taking on some sort of side gig that brings in some money, but some sort of new path in the material realm. This could also be just a new path on where you live. You might be, moving from this apartment to that apartment, from one side of town to the other. You might be purchasing a home, but it's some sort of new path in kind of the tangible material realm. What is at the root of your situation is the Queen of Pentacles. So, because of your understanding of how the material world works, and this could just be, the hard work and time and energy that you've put into, not only making money, but saving money. But the Queen is about just really, understanding how the world works, how to get by in the material world, right? How to manifest things, how to just bring things to fruition. So, but the Queen is also, not only do you understand that, but you kind of understand the world around you, the people, and the way the things function around you. And that's a really good energy to be in. In your recent past here is the Page of Swords. So two pages here, and there are juveniles of the deck, and that doesn't mean juveniles in the way of youth, although it can be. But typically it's just a new way of communicating. So in your recent past, it could be that you've had maybe a new thought, or a new idea, or if this is material related, it could be, new communication could just be that you subscribe to a real estate site that brought you to this place where you're finding your new home that you're about to purchase, right? It's some new form of communication is in your recent past that's kind of, helping you along right now. What is on your mind this week is the King of Pentacles. Look at all the royalty here. So this is definitely materially related. The king is about the knowledge of all of these things. Where the queen is the understanding of how things work. The king is the one who has knowledge and knows how to kind of delegate and move things and make things happen. Imagine the king, king on a chessboard. The thing that's happening. There's things happening around the king to protect the king, right? And it's all really at the king's doing. So look at all the pentacles lined up here. So whatever you are seeking out here in the future, it does look to be material related, and you have support. That's really awesome. What is just ahead of you this week? Okay, it's a little bit of anxiety. So yeah, if you're, and that comes with this, right? If you're on a new path and you're um if something is changing in your material world, of course it is a little bit stressful. Again, remember, confidence is your key to success. And it could be, you could be fine during the day, and at night you're like, oh, and let's say this is about a house that you're putting in an offer on a house from now at night. There's no activity, there's something, but you're just stressing about it, right? It's keeping you up at night. Will they accept this offer? Did we offer enough? Did we offer too little? Is this the right offer? Is this the right play? All that stress that comes with making changes in the material world, that you're just kind of just questioning. Especially Libras who tend to be a little bit indecisive. That's hard to make those kinds of decisions, but confidence is your key to success. Take a breath, try to relax yourself at night, and just be confident at the decision, confident with the decisions that you are making. In your advice, okay, Six of Wands. So look at both of these cards. This is very interesting. This is why I love tarot too. We've got both of, look at the back. You're moving forward. You're definitely moving forward. You're moving forward. It's new to you with these pages. It's a new way to move forward. But here is another card. And the advice is just to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward in these calm waters. Both of these cards here are cards of just very, very calm water, calm emotions. Again, try to relax yourself at night so that you're not stressing out too much. But the advice is to keep moving forward. You're on the right path. What is beyond your control is the 8 here of Wands. So this other one, an 8 also. Yeah, a couple of 8s. So look up angel number 88, by the way, and we'll see if we have another one pop out. But two of those infinity symbols. And what is that? That is like that's learning. That's that learning curve, and it never ends. It just keeps going. You learn one thing, and you get that settled, and all, we're back at the next thing. So it's just constant learning. But messages are coming in very quickly. So pay attention to that. Again, don't let it stress you out when you're making moves in the material world. Sometimes things do change rapidly. Information's coming, going. It can be very stressful. But then you turn around in a couple of months and you look back and you go, oh, thank goodness we went through all that stress, because look, I'm very happy now. Things are great. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. So I would say your secret desire is to have this material thing come into you from the universe. So again, meditate at night so that you can manifest this. Remember that the way we manifest is about positive emotion and reaction. If you're letting the stress get in your way, it can actually stop things from happening. So you want to make sure that you're working through this. Be confident, and let this Ace of Pentacles, let this hand of the universe come in and say, okay, here's the thing you manifested. It is definitely, it's your secret desire. I doubt if you're trying to avoid the Ace of Pentacles, but it's your secret desire to have this thing happen. And so let it happen. Don't defeat it. Don't be self-defeating with your own mindset. Like really try to keep positive mindset when it comes to manifesting. In your outcome position is an ending here with all of these wands that you've gathered up. There is an ending. There is a conclusion that is reached. And I mean, I see it as, again, I'm using a house as an example. If you're purchasing a house, it's happening. It's stressful, but you're moving towards the future, and you're moving towards a conclusion here. And so right after tens come, right after the conclusion of the 10 comes the new journey, the new start, the new fresh start. So I wouldn't be surprised if, and again, I'm using house as an example, is that, in the next few weeks you're in your new house, and now you have a new set of problems. Now it's, where does the sofa go, and what are we decorating? Are we using wallpaper? And so with every little thing that you learn and everything that you go through, it is a little bit stressful, but you conquer, you learn, and then you go to the next thing. What is hidden from you this week is the conflict of the 5 of Wands. So that's really good. It looks like, if you're working alone, or with other people here, there's no conflict about it. There's no debate about it. It seems like a very clear, straight ahead path. And again, just confidence is your key to success. Be confident. Be as confident as you can. Look at all these pentacles on the table here. The swords are about a new way of communicating, a little bit of stress there, but just so many pentacles, so many pentacles. It's very materially whatever's going on. And again, tarot is a template, and like I said, for some of you this could be a new house. For some of you it's about a job. For some of you it is about you're already in the house and you are making those decisions about what to do here, how to decorate, how to do things. So just keep that in mind as you listen to this reading. Again, take what resonates with you in your current life situation. All right, Libra, let's get a final word here from the Soul Oracle deck for Libra. Live life to the fullest. Love that. Yeah, get in there, do the thing. You're here to live it, right? You get one crack. Get on it. Let's look at self-care here for Libra. This is the Self-Care Wisdom card deck. What does Libra need to do in the way of self-care? July 20th through the 26th. All right. So funny. Calm. This is why I love cards. Calm. Remember, let's not have these sleepless nights. Let's see what this card says. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. Here is your breakdown and your breakthrough, right? We've got that 9. It's like, oh, so stressful. Is this thing going to happen? Am I making the right decisions? There's just information coming in, but boom, conclusion. So, Libra, remain confident through this. Whatever's going on, I know you have a tendency to be a little bit indecisive, but just go ahead and make those decisions and just cross your fingers, hold your breath, and try to get some sleep at night. So, Libra, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. I do wish you the best of luck with this entire situation. Looks like it does wrap up this week, so that's pretty exciting. And I do see this is a positive thing that you're going through. Just remember to keep your confidence and your wits about you. I do post readings every week. Excuse me. So let me grab a drink of coffee here. Anyway, I post readings every week, and if you like my reading style, please hit the like and subscribe button, and then that'll make it easier for you to find me next week. So, Libra, best of luck with all of this, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.